Good day, everyone, and welcome to my channel. So, I'm staying with some friends of mine in Long Island till I get a place in New Jersey that's closer to work and my church and everything like that. But I'm just here till then. I'm like leaving tomorrow Friday because the funeral is on Saturday. I was not going to go to the funeral because uh, that's going to be interesting because I had said some things to his sister whom I never met face to face, but I did say some really nasty things to her on the phone when I was drinking. His son, I did some mean things to him and said some mean things to him when I was again drinking also. I hurt a lot of people in my days of drinking. Oh my God. 3 marriages ended in divorce because of drinking, hit by a car, crossing the road drunk, like the list goes on. But here now in Long Island at my friend's house, and they have like a lot of like alcohol because they're like a couple, older couple, and they used to like entertain a lot. The kids have like grown up and like left, so they have what they have, and they're entitled to like have their collection of like whatever they want to. But they have like these alcohol up here, for instance. Now, if I was drinking, this will not be this bottle of wine or whatever it is. That will not even be there no more. I will have already like drunk in that. Or I see they have alcohol in the corner here. All those bottles, all those so would have been like open, and I would have like been drinking them like nobody's business. They would have been gone, but no more. This is my 6th day in the house by myself. Well, I came here Friday, Christmas Day. They had to like leave me by myself because we went to their kid's house and their daughter just had a baby. And she have a 4-year-old, I think. And the wife, his daughter, his wife, the son, his wife is 4 months pregnant. And the last thing they want to do is take me there with their family and the newborn babies and stuff like that. Because you never know if I get drunk what I'm going to do. And I was always drunk. I drank all the alcohol in the house in Vermont when I went there on vacation. It was a disaster, let's put it that way. Like here, so they have like more alcohol. And it doesn't bother me. Not one bit. I have a lot. This will be an alcoholic paradise. They even have like up here too. Now if I was drinking back in the crazy days, I would have like taken this one out and maybe like get it as an anniversary gift or something like that. But when I was drinking, once it say alcohol, I was going to have it. And you know, coming from someone that used to drink like for like 20 years, I was alcoholic for 20 years. As I said, 3 marriages, like a whole bunch of bullshit, whole bunch of nonsense. And I'm so proud that I don't have to like worry that I'm going to drink, I'm going to get drunk. They don't have to like, you know what it's like so good also. They don't have to worry about taking me to the office again, and I'm going to be drinking because that's what I did. Like when he took me to the office, that was I think like 12, 13 years ago. And I was, of course, a hot mess. I was living in Long Island that time. I was married to the Italian guy. His family, his mother liked me, but his father was old school Italian, and it did not help the situation because I was the first girl that he took him to meet his family on Christmas Day. I remember shaking his grandmother hand, everything was good. But just one question the father had asked me, so what do I do? I can't remember what I told him, but you know, I was a hot mess back then. Even stuff like in the kitchen here, so they have like more alcohol. All these. And it's like, I mean, I can even like it doesn't. And one thing I'm not going to do is open it. I have no reason to open it. For what? I remember once when I was working with a client, he used to have a lot of alcohol in his house. Also, it was the next like older gentleman, and he didn't used to drink. He just had it there maybe for like years. Like these people have the alcohol maybe for like years, and like all up there. So, and I don't really care. It's not like it's not my business. Yeah, but as I was saying, the old Jean that I was working for, he also had like a lot of alcohol in his house, and it never bothered me, And I am so like proud of myself that I drink no more. I have no cravings to drink. I have no, and this is coming from somebody who was an alcoholic for like 20 years. 20 years, like forget about it. Even my brother Kun in Trinidad, he wouldn't even like allow me in his house because I drink up all his alcohol like a mad person. That was very quick too, because I remember we had it in the bedroom and not the refrigerator. So in like I think it was like he could remember really like less than 5 minutes, all his alcohol was gone. I didn't even like leave none for him. I was going to leave some for him, but then after I decided just to finish it. That's how sick I was. These people, so they took me to the house in Vermont, and again, I drank up all the alcohol, started fighting with his wife for what, I can't remember, because I was drunk. I said again, going to the office is just like a big step, because they were like, even stuff like leaving me here Christmas Day, before they went to their kid's house. It's like they were a bit like nervous, like, okay, is she going to be okay? We're going to come back home and she's going to be drunk. But no, I'm not drinking, and Jacques will not want me to. Even when I discovered his body, I stood there and like he was comforting me, like telling me, "Don't worry," like things to do. So like basically, as I had told him that I have had this vision of his sister and his son and his daughter and his sister. I had a vision of them coming and putting my stuff outside. And he's like, "Oh no, that will never happen. You think I'm just going to sit on here and have them put your stuff outside? And I'll never have them do that to you." But guess what? He's not here. And they have it in for me. His sister, whom I never met, I called her the C word on the phone when I was drinking, so she hates me. I did make amends to her once, but I did not get delivered yet. But since I've been delivered, now I'm sincere. Now I can be around alcohol. Now I'm a nicer person. So, yeah, I called her the C word. The daughter, I can't remember what I did with her, but I was not nice to her. The son, God, I don't know. I was not nice to him. I was not nice to no one. It was just once I had alcohol. That's all that mattered. So many nonsense that I did for a drink, for drugs, or for crack. Thank God I never lived in a crack infested area. Guess I would have been a crackhead. I tell people that the crack was harder to come by because of where I lived. But alcohol is always there. Even if I have to drink Listerine, which I did. That's all I was saying. I drank my brother Kun. I drank his bitters, because the bitters have alcohol in it. And I wanted alcohol. So I drank his bitters. That's why he didn't want me to come to his house the last time, but he made a mistake and he left for 5 minutes and I was in the house for 5 minutes. So I drank it all up. And I'm sorry, Ken. Very, very sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry for all the people that I hurt when I was drinking. And I will never, ever, ever, ever go back to drinking. Not in a million years. And I know Jack wouldn't want me to because he worked so hard with me to get here today. You know, he stayed with me when he could have left me. Like my first husband, he divorced me because I was started drinking and going home fighting him like a mad person. Um, he was a nice guy. He is a nice guy. Matter of fact, I was trying to ask him like how he's doing, whatever, but I couldn't tell Jack. Jack said maybe he's scared of me because I was a mess. My second ex-husband, well, he didn't really stand a chance, as I was saying. He was Italian, bringing home a black girl Christmas Day, the first girl he ever brought him. I wonder if that was a joke. If it was a joke, it was a good joke. Plus, I was an alcoholic escort mess. So if he was trying to pull a joke on his father by taking home a black girl, first girl he ever took home on Christmas Day to meet his grandmother, everybody, either he was sincere or it was a really good joke. Thinking about it now. But that didn't stand a chance. I cursed out the father on the phone like a mad person. I fight with his sister. The only one I ever fight with is the mother. She was nice. I mean, they all were nice, but I just was fighting with everyone. Came from a gay. He had a he was an accountant. Yeah, J. N. Gra. So it's kind of weird too because I have like these last names. Like my first last name was Everett, Natasha C. Everett, because my first husband was Everett. He was a Jeffrey Everett. He was our adjunct professor at NYU. Very smart, decent guy, nice. But I just started drinking like a mad person. Some said that I had a curse on me. I believe I had a curse on me. Some believe it was because I had discovered the body of my first fiance that came to America to be with me, but he had some heart problems. He had a large heart, and he was not getting his medication, and he died. I remember the Sunday before he died, we had walked down to the pharmacy, to the CVS, and we wanted to get his tablets for his heart. I remember we was like standing there, like looking at the pharmacy, like, what are we going to do now? Just standing there looking at the pharmacy. It was, I think, a Nordstrom. There was a CVS. And we just was standing there looking at it. And you can tell like he needed the tablets, his medication, but it's hard to get medication. So even instead of all these migrants coming over here, they don't like, if you don't have like medication and stuff, it's going to be hard. And they aren't just going to give you prescription medication unless you. And he did not like have that over here. Because people like come to America and they forget sometimes about like, you have to make sure you have all these things together, like with the doctors, medication that you need, and so forth. Because he was not getting his medication, and America is not as easy as everybody thinks, also. So that's it for him. He did not have his medication, and he was my first love. And now his family hates me. I don't know why. Started to spread some stupid rumors or whatever. They started to talk. I don't know. I just, I just left. I started drinking after I got married. I don't know why. Maybe some people say that my husband, his mother and sister put the curse on me. Could have been that. Could have been that I was like grieving the loss of my fiance that died like a year, something before. Let me say because I left him at the age of 15 and I just on my own. So let me say because I kept America by myself and I got in with the wrong company. I mean, you can say there's a million reasons as to why one can drink. And I have many reasons to drink, especially now losing the love of my life on Christmas Day and having no one to cry with, no one to celebrate Christmas with. I mean, I thank God for these couple, for David and Dana. They're like a godsend. And, they're Jewish, and I'm going to school to be an evangelist. Just like, just love each other. No war, no fighting, and all this nonsense for what? Yeah. So that is where am I right now. So every morning since I came here Friday night, so every morning I come down here and I see all this alcohol first thing. And again, I was alcoholic for 20 years. Um, it doesn't even bother me. It's just like I know what's going to happen. If I have it, I'm just going to one more. And then after, I'm just going to make a mess of everything. And right now, I have to stay focused. And besides staying focused, I have to be strong. Very, very strong for myself and for Jack. Because he won't watch me drinking. He worked too hard to make sure that I come this far. I've been married to him for like 6 years. And throughout the 6 years, I've been in rehabs and mental institutions like 3/4 of the relationship. Matter of fact, I just found out, I just thought about it 2 months ago, something like that. I realized that I was almost committed. Yeah, when I was at St. Barnabas for the mental hospital for the second time. And the psychiatrist was telling me that they're thinking of sending me somewhere long term. That's how messed up in the brain I was. I mean, I was because they was thinking of sending me somewhere long term because when I was in the madhouse, as it's well, the mental hospital, I had a fight with an innocent girl because she was talking to herself, which made no sense. I mean, like, and I thought to myself, that's it. I came up from the bedroom. They were all sitting there in the living room, whatever it was, laughing, talking. Most of them quiet, I think it was. But this one girl was just talking to herself. Talking to herself. And I sat there, I looked at her, and I thought to myself, oh, she's crazy. She's talking to herself. And I was like, oh, you know what? We're in a mental hospital. It's a mental institution. People are crazy. That's what people do in a mental institution, talk to themselves. Okay, that's what I thought. But tell me why it is all of a sudden the security or whoever it would there have to be pulling me off of this girl because I can't remember getting up. I can't remember walking across to her, but I was on top of her attacking her for talking to herself at the mental hospital, which made me more mad. Oh my God. And I am so happy that I'm over all those things. I'm so happy that this alcohol don't bother me. And I thank God every day. I did not go to the office today because they had to leave early this morning to go and take care of some stuff. So they left like about 6 o'clock. So maybe I don't know how long it's going to take. So he said tomorrow we're going to go to the office, which I cannot wait. And then tomorrow night after, I am going to Long Island and get ready for the funeral on Saturday. Now that one is a big one because I will have to face the love of my life now passed away. I have to face his sister, his son, his daughter, his nephews. But they really know about Social Security and helping people plan for retirement. They not only protect Social Security, they have the answers we need. Yeah, so that's that will be interesting. Then his son that hate me and have a right to the one that was almost committed, that why he started back smoking, that son is going to be there. I heard that son, he did not take it easy. So I don't know how he's going to react upon seeing me. So, when at funeral and the body is like finally going to rest, the family, everybody get all emotional. And then after they're going to probably like come after me that I was not a nice person. I was not nice. all I cared about was alcohol and drinking, drugs, and partying. I left the party and party to live. Does that make sense? Yeah, matter of fact, if you and I remember also, the way I like to drink and party, I was working for this Russian agency as an escort. And I was one of their party girls. So party girl meaning that you party with the clients. Like if the clients is like up drinking all night or doing cocaine or popping whatever they're doing. Once they're doing drugs, drinking and shit like that, it's called like they're partying. And unfortunately, sad to say, two things. I was one of their party girls. I was one of their top party girls. And then after, I used to be proud that I can drink guys under the table. Men who still don't like drinking, you can drink. I can drink guys under the table. Used to, like I was a bottomless pit when it came to alcohol. Even like when I got hit by the car crossing the road drunk, and I was in the hospital for like 4 months, in a coma for like 10 days, almost died. And I had to go to rehab to like learn to walk again. Found out I have a rod in my foot. I had a feeding tube because I used to have a drag from getting hit by the car. Could have died. Thank God for my family and prayers and my husband. And after I got home this Sunday, he picked me up from the place where I had to learn to walk again, the rehab. And he was thinking that that's it. I'm never going to drink again. My mother thought, everybody thought so. Like, I will never drink again. I'm done. Even in the hospital, they not get no like painkillers and stuff to go home with because they probably know I'm an addict. So I wasn't prescribed certain medication. But as soon as I got them, I was in my underwear drawer and I saw a bottle of Fireball. I was going to tell him like, yo, dude, look what I found. And before I could like say anything, something just like took me over and was like, oh, don't say nothing. Wait till you go to work Monday morning. And the decision was made. And I just waited to went to work. Well, he didn't have to like leave the garage. Just get in the car and the bottle was at my lips. And I started back right where I left off. After 4 months in the hospital and almost dying, I was right back to drinking. Same bullshit. Rehabs after rehabs, fighting, the police coming. In time the neighbors saw when I had ordered some alcohol and the spirits van came with the alcohol. And he snapped a picture of it and he sent it to Jack to see what I'm doing when Jack is at work. And I got so pissed off that I went over to Steve and I started cussing him out. I was a hot mess. Everybody. Even except this girl Kenya, who I called to apologize because I remember that when I was drunk, a time I had a fight with her. Thank God I didn't get arrested, no matter if it was my place, but she had some marks on her face. I called her to apologize for fighting with her, only for her to start cursing me out and telling me that I owe her money. And I'm like, I owe you money? Like, I just called you to apologize for fighting with you because now I've been delivered. I'm just being nice. She started to cuss me out because I owe her money. Apparently, I made her had sex with some guy and I was just sitting there looking and I never paid her. So it was kind of a joke to me, like, okay, I know I was an alcoholic and I got delivered from that, thank God. But I did not know I was a pimp too. Like, come on, please. But those days are over. I know I just told her, like, right now I don't have time for that bullshit. If you want to argue and fight by yourself. I'm not here to argue and fight with you. So I'm just happy that I can be in a situation like this and all this alcohol and nonsense doesn't bother me. And I'm so happy to be delivered from my addiction, so happy to be free, so happy to be safe. And praise God, praise God, praise God, praise God. And I love everyone that, was there for me. The few people, like my family, David, Donna. Yeah, some of my because I mostly have guy friends. And some of my guy friends, one of them I stayed by for like 4 nights, but he was like, wanted to sleep with me. A lot of them. Matter of fact, one of my friends, I had asked him and he was like, oh, he would help me with the hotel or whatever, but, he's going to want to sleep with me. So I'm like, okay, you know what, I cannot. I was a hot mess. I was drinking all the time, sleeping with everyone once you can give me drugs and alcohol. So I'm good. I saw these people here, a nice couple, and they are my friends. So that's it. Probably I'm looking for like a third friend, or whatever the case is. But right now, I burned so many bridges with people when I used to drink that I don't have nobody. That's why I had to spend Christmas Day by myself, mourning the death of the love of my life, just like a week. It was just kind of hard, you know, exactly 7 days. Christmas Day made it 7 days, a week that I discovered the body of the love of my life. I am only like 5 months sober, 5 months clean, you know, slung in a house full of alcohol with no one to cry with or mourn with over the death of the love of my life. No one to celebrate Christmas with. Something I haven't done in 20 years because I was too busy drinking. So it was a bittersweet Christmas and I had no one. Because the people that I stay with, they could not take me with them to their kids' house because of how I was. You never know what I was going to do. But they have me here since Friday. Their house have alcohol. They say I'm not drinking. So now the husband feels like safe to take me back to his office. And he have a big company. Very big. And that's like very like good that he given me that opportunity again, because the first time it did not work out. So yeah, so that is what I have to deal with on a daily basis until I move out. Move on Friday. So yeah, so a week. And I did not touch a bottle. It's all in my face. And Jack will be so proud of me. I wear his necklace from the accident that we had gotten in. Well, he got it also. He was crossing the road with me. He had just came from work. Me had went to get something to eat. And he was just like maybe tired coming from work in the sense. And I was home drinking all day, as usual. And we went to get something to eat, and we was coming back, crossing the road again. But I look at the videotape. I stepped into the road first because I was drunk. One car stopped for me to cross, and the next one came from behind and like whoop, hit me. And I just went flying up in the air. He said that he got hit too also, but he said he cannot move. When he looked at me, my head was open. So I got two ambulances, took us separate hospitals, and of course I was in a coma for 10 days and all that. And still I started back drinking the very next day after I got home. Made no sense. But thank God those days are over. Thank God. It feels so good to be in a house with all this alcohol. And I'm good. I'm not going to let, because what for what? Pure nonsense. Huh, what am I going to have a drink for? What am I going to have a drink for? Jacques will not want me to drink. I've come too far. And, you know, nothing is going to stop me from going to Bible school next year because I want to be an evangelist. And, you know, especially knowing that he was also planning on going Bible school with me for the knowledge of the Bible. For the knowledge of the Bible. Yeah. So, the devil have lost once again. If you think I was going to like go back to drinking by discovering the body? No way, no, I don't think so. I remember I was just like, good buddy. And I just thought to myself, like, devil is busy. You think I'm going to go crazy? Think I'm going to go and get some alcohol and start drinking and shit like that and have an excuse to drink? That's the last thing that Jacques would want me to do. And I was not going to do it, and I did not do it. And he passed away, and week before Christmas, in a house full of alcohol by myself, no one to mourn with, no one to cry with, no one to celebrate with. And he's super proud of me. And Saturday, I'll be at his funeral. Have a good one.